For this made smoother than your smoothest criminal. Shamo, about that money, what we get into. Shamo, about that money, get residuals. Shamo.
Yes. Yes, 2 times. Y'all know the vibes though. She like, they go. She like, they go. Okay. Okay. That knock. What it do, people? You're now tuned in.
Popovich.
Popovich
TV.
TV.
Oh yeah.
We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic, that feeling back up in here one more again. So if it's your first time, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell. To everybody else, you already know. Tony, there was no other way. We in the end game now. Well, let's talk about the Ohio State football players. Thinking right around the pandemic time. The 2 brothers, you know what I mean, was accused of raping a joint, you know what I mean, and can't use the word like that, but you know what I'm talking about. And I'm assuming she white, right? Because her identity is still a mystery. We don't know who she is, just like in Boston when Ume Doku, you know what I mean, was cheating on Nia Long or whatever the case, maybe allegedly, with a subordinate, possibly the VIP or the vice president wife, something like that. Maybe she was married. And according to Lala, everybody married is unhappy. You know what I mean? It is what it is. According to Drake, too. I think that's a Drake line. So they allegedly, maybe kind of sort of, but now we know it was all bullshit because they was exonerated. And post-dad took a joint to their room, been texting with her back and forth, you know, these 2 defensive players. And they bust her down. The shit that goes down in the DMs, and this the shit that goes down in college. And although I've never been to college, you know, myself, I know people that have been to college. I have relatives that have graduated and went to college. And then now with the internet, it's all for sale. You hear a lot of these stories about jump-offs going through their whole phases and all that shit up in college. You know what I mean? And then now they get out and it's like, yeah, they had their spill. You know what I mean? Got the thrill is gone. And now they want to get married or settle down or, you know, not rock that way no more. And it is what it is. People going to live. People going to have their own experiences. However, they busted out, right? And they recorded it, or at least got the recording of the consent. The opposite of what Rick Ross talking about, like, put Molly's on her champagne. She ain't even know it. I took her home and I enjoyed that. She ain't even know it. And it's like, what? Did you just say you raped him? What did you just say? Like, what are we talking about here? Because you a rapper, you know what I mean? You're famous, you got money, you know, you in the high value, or at least the 1%. You in the 1 percentile, the 5 percentile, and you ain't a savage. You know what I mean? 85% and all that, 5%. Why you got to do all that just to get some buns? Like, I never understood that. And I obviously I'm not on their level, on the 1 percentile level. I'm not a millionaire, I'm not a billionaire, I'm not a thousandaire, right? I never had those problems. So it's like, why do you have to have those problems when you have so much more? Could it be because you lack game? You know what I mean? Could it be awkward? And whatever the reasons is, you should never have to, you know what I mean, you know, drug somebody up to get no buns. But it does happen. Cardi B talked it, you know, drug niggas take their money, rob them, rape them. You know what I mean? Like, people do what they're going to do. And sometimes, you know, when you live in that life, shit happens to the wrong people or at the right time. So she bust them down, then afterwards had regrets. And again, I have to say I'm not even going to say their names. We don't know who she is. Go to trial. They try to say they violently and viciously did her dirty. You know what I mean? When she thought she was just coming there to play video games and chat. Like, we coming to pick you up. You know what I mean? No Uber Eats. We going to swoop you up. Like, you know what I mean? Swoop you back to the dorm room. Both of us, 2 times, like, do the right thing. Fuck you, not once, 2 times. And now afterwards, and again, I'm not making fun of it. They was exonerated, and all praises due, because I don't think no, obviously I'm gonna say man, I don't think no women's is accused of, you know, sexual assault nobody. And when you see that the system is rigged, when it's trumped up, when it's he did something to me, and that's all it takes. You know what I mean? And especially if she white, and I'm assuming she white. I just have to. I could be dead wrong. If you know, if you watching on Instagram or YouTube, or you know we live, we rolling. Drop it in the comments, because she's a mystery. She's an invisible witness. She's a CI. Like now you ain't gonna find out who it is unless you go to trial, and then you still ain't gonna find out. For those that's going to trial, you ain't even gonna know who the person that's giving all this information about you to paperwork come later, and you writing your appeal if you got your GED and you know how to say ABC, right? Like up north, you going in ABE, and I'm not rhyming. That's adult basic education. When your dumbasses get caught in these situations, and you up north and you can't read and you can't write, and they telling you, you know what I mean, step A, and you like, damn, I don't even know how to do this shit. You ain't gonna find out till later. She gotta be white. You think of, you know, the Emmett Till, rest in peace, the movie just came out, and so many, he did this, so, you know what I mean? You see, you know, women get bold, bash their head on the fucking wall, and then call 911. It was just a recent video spinning on the clip with the lady talking about he got a gun, and you know what I mean? He didn't have a gun, two people arguing, toxic relationship, shit like that. And all it takes is for you to be a woman and have that other organ, you know what I mean? Not the one that I was talking about earlier. And yeah, you're gonna be believed. And 3 years later, reputation is tarnished, even though they exonerated. Got kicked off the football team, even though they didn't do it. Scholarship, one I forget what he got a degree in. Got his degree, we gonna put that on hold. All this shit just because of a lie. And High Big said, don't blow up my spot because we both got hot. Now fuck it. I got more Mac than Craig. Then like, just because you, I mean, maybe you was mollied up, maybe they was doing drugs, who knows? But the thing is, why are you going back to a room, like, you know, and obviously you can do what you want. But I know I wouldn't walk into a gig, you know what I mean, like a bar that wasn't fit for me. No accusations. And if I did go in unknown, as soon as I become aware, I'm out of there. Like, and that's you. You motherfuckers stick around and wait for shit to happen. It's like, nah. As soon as I find out what it's here for, like, oh shit, we in the wrong motherfucking place. It's time to go. Like, I think it's time we go. Like a Nas reference on it was written in the beginning of the album. When he like, it's time we go. You know what I mean? Master Harriet done left the night before. Harriet done left the night before. It's time we go. As soon as I find out I'm in a place that's, you know what I mean, not right, I'm out of there. I'm not waiting around, not asking. So, you know, again, you can go into a situation and not know, but once you find out, like they say, when you know better, right, you do better, because this is your life. And la, 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 wait till I get my money, right? Like, this is your life. Live yours. So I'm happy the brothers got exonerated. My only thing is, just like with the EnougH, just like with any case, when it comes to a woman saying that a man, you know, violate, because we are the strongest sex when it comes to that. Physically, I won't get into emotionally and childbirth and the whole lot. I'm just talking about strength. And if you go into a, you know, a square off with me, chances are you're not going to win. You know what I mean? Unless you're very skilled and trained and some shit. And those are rare cases, so it's not the norm. It's believed that, you know, the guy did it over her word over his. But when it's found out that she was lying, or they was lying, or whatever the case, they should get the full extent of the law. That's the only thing I ask. Like, keep that same energy, you know, that you put into trying to prove motherfuckers guilty. Put that shit into, like, oh, you want to shoot people in the pinky, so you's a lying motherfucker. Well, you going to hold these years down. We're going to take your kids from you, and we're going to do you filthy. Just like we was going to do this man for a lie that you said. And I don't see how, like, after I brought up the Emmett Till, and obviously there's no such, you know, it's not the same. It was a whistle, it was a look, whatever it was, you know, and this is Black History Month, although I don't celebrate, right? I don't believe in Black History Month. And if you follow the channel, you know, I don't celebrate Christmas. Valentine's coming up, and a lot of y'all gonna be out there buying shit, and you can come get some Cozy Souls. Just brought the fresh new ones. You know what I mean? Cozy Souls, Cozy Souls. Come cop and get your girl a pair. You know what I mean? Get your little kids a pair. I don't celebrate. But for those that do, salutes to you. Why would you, you know what I mean, put yourself out there like that. That's all I'm saying. She should get everything that they was gonna get. Lose your job, lose your reputation, do jail time, have to pay fines and pay fees, and I think that's fair. After that, then it's like, I'm not saying she should get 30 years. I'm not saying she should get the shit beat out of her. I'm not saying, that. But I think it should definitely be so, it should be a deterrent. So the real victims, because that's another thing that this shit does. When you hear stories, you be saying, damn, the fucking, what is it, the rape kits or whoever handled the sexual, SUV, law and order and shit. When you be like, damn, it took them 5 years to get to the kit? Or why did it take them so long to find out? Or you see somebody do 15, 20 years and then the DNA said the child is not yours. Like, and a lie detector determines you are not the criminal that they said did this case. Oh, by the way, here go a little $1 million, $2 million, but you lost 20 years. I don't think I'm trading that. And $2 million is a lot, but not for 20 years. Sorry, it's not for me. And I mean, even 5 million. And some people take the money gladly and they try to put the pieces back to their life, but nothing happens to the woman. And I think that's a very bad thing. But because there's so many women fucking lying, and you just have to call it what it is. It's not a diss song, it's a real song. So you can take that somewhere else. It's not a diss song, it's a real song. So for the real victims, the people that's blocking due process and the process that it takes for them to get the kid, go to the doctor, do all the shit that they got to do. It's a jam law because so many people trying to get a bag or try to send innocent people to jail. And it's like, damn, you going to really try to ruin a whole man career because you having regrets of, you wanted to BBC? Like, come on, like, listen, cut the shit. So I think she should be exposed. But y'all know who it is. Popovus from Popovus TV. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic, that feeling back up in here one more again. Yeah, kid.